inside, and this is Haitro Okosini at his New Zealand debut. Freeman. Tony Tatupu! He gets a try in his first match for New Zealand. Lowry, Lomax, the two front rowers combining well. Man from dummy half, looking for the support. McCracken, and they've left it behind. Halligan put it down. Cairns Connection come away with it. This is Elton Barber showing a bit of speed away from Taiwa. Halligan is ghosting him and makes the tackle inside New Zealand territory. The Kiwis need to regroup. Murga picks up his fullback, John Clifford. Good tackle by Okosini, and Taiwa was there. Blenner has it. He's allowed to offload of the tackle. Schmidt. Back to Suplis. The kick, the chase. Nobody's home. Yes, it's a try. Bit of a sloppy scrum there. Eventually Tatupu cleans up and takes the tackle. Dwayne Mann. He finds Fetu Taiwa. Taiwa through the gap. Oh, didn't he spot that one well? Try time. Fetu Taiwa gets a 4-pointer. So the restart from the Cairns Connection. Put up a pretty good performance here against this international side. Terry Hermanson. He's had a good debut for the Kiwis. Hoppy. Just settling play down. 25 metres out for the New Zealand line. Mann picks up Jason Lowry. He pushes one away. Got a good ball inside to Gary Freeman. There are numbers. McCracken out to Jason Williams. They will not catch the Canterbury Bankstown Flyer. That is the try of the match so far. Halligan. Freeman holds it up for Jared McCracken, the big centre. He wasn't held, and that's a fair try between the sticks. Freeman. Kearney. Tatupu. Quick hands through Namu. Okosini. Haitro Okosini inside to his Counties Manukau teammate. Fetu Taiwa showing a good step over the top to Hoppy. He has run out of support. Three of them in there to put him into the turf. 10 metres out. Freeman. Namu. That is Hermanson. Standing at the tackle, he gets it back to Kearney. Stephen Kearney does the finishing. They've hit their straps now, the Kiwis. Cairns Connection looking for a consolation try, and the halfback getting very close. Rob Schmidt pulled down a couple of metres out. Gregory waits for it. Quick hands, Sublis over the top. And this is Murga. He ducked under a tackle. He's delighted to get a 4-pointer against the Kiwis. Freeman. Kearney. That's McCracken as the full-time siren sounds. And this is a good run by Daryl Halligan. Inside to Ruben Wiki. That's a great way to finish the first match on tour. And Ruben Wiki gets a try on debut for New Zealand.
Daryl Halligan converted. New Zealand won at 44-16 after they led by 8-6 at the break. The heat took its toll, and things didn't always go to plan.
I was a little bit worried about the fitness of some of the players that have been out of the game for a while. We looked pretty rusty in the first half, but I was pleased with the second half. We come on strong, and hopefully better things are going to come.
Now, who impressed you?
I thought Ruben Wiki and Fetu Taiwa had great games in the centres, and I thought most of the forward pack played very well. They complemented each other, they spread the workload, and in this type of heat, they've got to do that.
One down and 4 matches to go. Already, injuries were a problem. The most serious was Quentin Pongia's arm. He hurt it in this tackle and was soon replaced. The following day, an X-ray revealed a fracture. His tour was over. He was disappointed, but philosophical.
Everyone goes through injuries, but probably some more than others, but hopefully won't take as long as what they say.
Matthew Ridge was also causing some concern. A blood blister from playing tuts in bare feet would bother him for the rest of the tour. After the break, the Kiwis are in Papua New Guinea. Instead, the Kiwis were given a hero's welcome, especially at the schools.
Well, we're coming here just to meet the local school kids, and we've been to 2 already this morning. This is our 3rd, and the welcome that we're getting from these kids is just nothing short of fantastic.
Hi kids, my name is Papua New Guinea. I originally come from a small town in New Zealand called Huntly. At the moment I'm playing in England for a club called Castleford.
G'day kids, my name's Johnny Lomax, and I'm originally from a little place in Wellington called Wainui Armada. I played for the Canberra Raiders.
Two players who missed the school visits were Mike Doreen and Brent Stewart. Doreen was added to the squad when Kevin Iro ruled himself out with a hamstring injury in England, and Stewart replaced Quentin Pongia. The coach gave them little time to settle in.
Well, I've got the good news for you. You're going to be playing today, both of you.
The first game at PNG was against the provincial champions, the Port Moresby Vipers. Taiwan Nikau and another English-based player, Aaron Whittaker, both received a clearance from their clubs to play the midweek games.
When you do your warm-ups out there, guys, have a look at the sides of the in-goal area. You can just about play a game of football near yourself. It'll be all of 12 metres.
A good crowd was inside the ground, but when police fired tear gas to control a big gathering outside, it drifted over the fence, causing some minor panic early in the first half. The cry of "hit the deck" went out, and team officials and reserves lay on the ground, breathing through wet towels.
Well, I was sitting next to Jared McCracken, and the next minute he says, "Oh, something's happened to my eyes. Something, you know, what is it? What is it?" I had tear gas. We hit the deck. Next minute I got the big fella on top of me. So I can tell it was a weight. But yeah, it wasn't a very nice experience, and I don't know what happened. There was a bit of a fight in the crowd, and they put a canister into them, and believe me, it's not a very nice feeling.
The match continued. The players on the field unaware of the drama.
Freeman, Namu, the double round with Freeman. Gary Freeman gets the try, and he's really developing a great combination with his standoff, Gene Namu. Another attacking opportunity for New Zealand. Namu allowed to run. Inside to Okasini. Out now to Tyron Smith. The youngster, the baby of the tour, gets his first try for his country. Well, Gary Freeman taking plenty of time. He's limping badly to the scrum. 25 metres out from the Port Moresby Vipers line. Namu shows it. Inside to Ruben Wiki. He takes the tackle. Man waits for it. Down the blind side they go. Taiwan Nikau. Out of one. Draws the defence. Halligan beats 1, 2, 3. That is very good finishing by Daryl Halligan. Namu. The bomb. Mavoko leaves it behind, and there is Aaron Whittaker. He got a good bounce and pounced on it. Another 4-pointer. The sloppy pass there. As the half-time siren sounds, it's been towed through by Joshua Koru. Setting up nicely for the centre. And he gets the reply right on half-time. A mistake by New Zealand. Now this is Tyron Smith charging at that line. He's 1 metre out. The South Sydney loose forward. Whittaker, Namu, got away from 1, from 2, and there is Jason Lowry. The front row is going to go across untouched. Good work by New Zealand. Quick tap taken by Okasini. Tatupu has a go on his own, but he's held up. There is no way through that Vipers defence. Okaseni out to Johnny Lomax, storming onto it. That's a try. Okaseni, New Zealand leading 40 points to 4. Namu, intercept. And Tuxi Karu gets it back inside to George Kelly, up over halfway. Hoppy giving chase. Oh, it's been called back for an offside ruling, but they keep it going unaware. Michael Toivita beats Gene Namu, but it's been all in vain. A penalty to New Zealand for offside play.
2 out of 5. 2 to go. 3 to go. It's not the game, sir. All right, brother. How you doing? All right.
A police escort is laid on for all matches. It's a safety precaution and means a quick getaway. The players prefer to get cleaned up back at their hotel. There was concern over halfback Gary Freeman's groin injury. He wasn't taking any chances.
When I did bend down to pick up the ball at the base of the scrum, I couldn't do any running, so I just thought, oh, I better get off and get the senior straight away. Revised it down for 40-odd minutes, 2 lots of 20 minutes and a 20-minute break here and there. And now it's just a case of resting, a bit of relaxation, and just see how we come up after that.
Freeman had a race against the clock to be fit for the first test, while the coach had some tough decisions to make. There was plenty of competition for test jerseys.
I just believe a lot of the players have put pressure on their opposites, and it's going to take some real thinking this first test side.
And here we are.
Next up, the Kiwis head for the Highlands.
The devastation of Papua New Guinea and Sarawak's priceless rainforests by Malaysian timber.
In the highlands of Papua New Guinea offered the Kiwis some relief from the extreme heat of Port Moresby, but then there was altitude problems to cope with. Once again, they were treated like heroes. Hundreds of fans were at the airport to greet them.
How are you, all right? My favourite. Hey, all right. Matty Rich, I'm looking for Matty Rich. Yes, he's the man. Matty Rich, Manly, I'm Manly.
There you go, boss. Okay, not to worry. There you go. All the best. Good stuff. Make sure they get some.
They're expecting 20 or 30,000 to the game.
It's going to be a hot one, this one, in Goroka.
Looks like Kiwis by 10 points.
Before doing battle with the Kumals, the Kiwis took on the Goroka golf course.
Get under that one, dude.
It was an opportunity to unwind before the pressure starts to build in the run-up to the first test.
Not bad for 9 shots. Absolute sensational day for the test match. Tawi.
Yes, Gary.
Playing. Just play. How well are you playing?
Oh, mate, I'm just playing so good, you just can't believe it.
What about the golf?
Unbelievable, mate, unbelievable.
Where did you get that shirt from?
Well, this is the new dress for Papua New Guinea stuff.
I think you should be wearing your wife's clothes around Papua New Guinea.
Obviously, Wah hasn't been to, doesn't know the meaning of style. There's fly eye glasses.
What about these imposters with their hats on?
What about this one? I should be on a horse.
Looks like Elmer Fudd.
This is the first test venue. Things have improved a little since the Kiwis' last tour in 1990, but only just. There's still the one toilet, but the Kiwis weren't complaining. At least there was plenty of grass cover. It's a crunch training session with at least 2 players needing to prove their fitness.
It's good, isn't it? You play touch and bare feet, you end up with a huge blood blister.
Under the watchful eyes of Peter Leach and Sel Bennett, the only 2 members of the official supporters tour, Matthew Ridge passed his test, but he would need painkillers for his blistered foot. Gary Freeman made a good recovery from a groin injury. He retained his number 7 test jersey.
Okay, 1 minute, pull on. 1 minute, pull on.
Jason Lowry was favoured to wear the number 10 jersey ahead of Terry Hermanson, Brent Stewart and Haitro Okaseni. Johnny Lomax was always a certainty to be the other prop, but the test selection was causing the coach some headaches.
I was up until 2 o'clock this morning trying to put the test squad together, and it's not easy when you've got 22 players right in the top of their form. And we've got to come up with 17, which we will do, and we'll name this afternoon. There won't be any teamwork done at this session. We'll just go through a few sprints and some ball drills.
First test day. The forecast read fine, hot and humid at first, chance of showers later. A big crowd was expected. Many arrived early to take advantage of the limited seating.
Frank, this is your first test. How are you feeling about this one compared to other big matches you've been involved in as a coach?
Oh, not too much different really, Greg. I mean, I've had 5 test matches in the past with the junior Kiwis, and this is not too much different. The players here are very professional, and they know what their jobs are today, and I've spoke to most of the players this morning, and they just can't wait for the match.
If you had your time over, would you have done anything differently in this preparation?
No, absolutely not. I mean, the preparation has been absolutely ideal. We've had 3 very good training sessions, and they went very smoothly.
They love their rugby league in Papua New Guinea, and they'll watch it from anywhere. The famous Uzaro Mudmen were on hand to welcome the Kiwis onto the field. Because of the heat, they wear a white jersey instead of the traditional black strip. It was a big day for Haitro Okasini and the other new caps, Tony Tatupu and Ruben Wiki. All 3 are also eligible for Western Samoa at next year's World Cup. Also heading for a big challenge was New Zealand referee Jim Stokes.
Jim, this is your 3rd test match, but the first in Papua New Guinea. Are you treating it any differently to the others?
No differently, Greg. You know, they all played under the same rules. The players know that, and obviously the tension's just going to be a wee bit higher, that's all.
We hear about the fanatical crowds in Papua New Guinea. Is that a worry for you?
Not really. I think it's only a worry as long as the referee lets them intimidate you, and I'm not going to let them do that. I'm just got a job to do. I'm going to go out there and do it.
But his touch judges didn't make life any easier. New Zealand were denied a scoring opportunity when the flag went up, despite Jared McCracken being well in the field of play when he passed the ball. The only points in the first half came from a Darren Halligan penalty. The Kumals were proving to be a real handful on defence. The Kiwis didn't help the cause by failing to finish the movements.
Nikau out to Halligan, and he's put it down. That could have easily been a try. Now it's Kearney. Nikau. Down that blind side again. McCracken out to Halligan. Halligan, he's got support inside, but the pass goes astray. Another opportunity goes begging. Freeman. Now G. Nabu, the kick and the chase. Nabu gets a good bounce. He got away from one. He won't get away from the fullback, David Buko, though. But New Zealand still looking for their first try. Looking for a quick play the ball. They don't get it. Now the blind side goes Freeman, Wiki, Nabu, Lomax, Kearney. Now it is Tuda out to Dwayne Man. He's been hit by the winger. Oh, he really lined him up. That was James Mabiri. Nikau darting down that blind side again. Larry got a good ball back to McCracken, and Nikau, he has put it down. And Tuda, Brendan Tuda, steps, gets it back inside to Dwayne Man, charging for the line. Will this be it? No! They've lost it again. Tuta, he has a go at his own. They don't fall for the dummy. Good tackle by Lamb. Rigid dummy half. New Zealand lead 2 points to 0. Dummies from Ridge, puts the head down. Can he get the ball down? No, he is held up. New Zealand leading by 2-0, but it could easily have been 20-0.
Fortunately, things came right in the second half.
Freeman with the bomb. They've practiced this in training all week. The fullback leaves it behind, picked up by G. Namu. Namu scores his first try in the New Zealand jersey at test level. And they needed that one, the Kiwis. Another opportunity here, Freeman picks up Nikau. He throws to dummy. Oh, what a ball! Beautiful pass out to Namu, and the youngster has a double. Ridge. Freeman switches play down the blind side. Inside to Wiki. Out of that tackle, and Ruben Wiki gets a try in his test debut. Halligan, 8 metres in from this near touch. He likes the look of it. The flags go up 22-0. You wouldn't know it, though. They've stopped putting the score up because it's blocking the view. Now this is an opportunity, a rare opportunity for the Kumals. Aquila Emil, he spots the opening. And the North Queensland Cowboys signing for next year scores the first 4-pointer. He's delighted too. A bit of light rain falling here at the Denny Leahy Oval. Cooling things down a bit. And the Kumals trying to make something out of nothing in their own 20. Max Thierry pops one over the top to Maviri. James Maviri with a bit of room to move. McCracken comes at him. He gets away from McCracken. Williams gives chase. Can't get there. And that is another great try. made from nothing. The full-time siren has sounded, and the final bomb of the match from Whitaker. And that is Buko who's made a mess of it. It's lying loose on the ground for Tawana Nikau. Well, an opportunist trying to finish off the first test. And New Zealand have it 26-12 with the kick to come.
Halligan converted, giving him 12 points for the match. After a shaky first half, New Zealand went one up in the series. Dwayne Mann had a win in his first test as captain, and as usual, the Kiwis were mobbed by the fans. But despite the loss, the Kumals were hailed as the real heroes after scoring 2 tries against their higher-profile opposition. The crowd loved it, and Kiwi standoff Gene Namu wasn't complaining after he scored 2 tries.
You know, I thought there was a bit of luck, you know, getting picked on the tour, but I'm very happy to be here, you know, and I've played in 3 games so far and, you know, scored a couple of tries, very happy.
Frank, your first test, first up victory, you satisfied with that?
Well, I'm certainly satisfied with the end result, Greg, but we had to work very hard to get that result. I mean, it was a torrid encounter, 2-0 at half-time. They really come out fired up, but to win the way we did in the end, to come home strong, I was more than happy.
Missed opportunities in the first half must have been disappointing for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, the passes just didn't stick. We did all the groundwork, and the final pass didn't stick in the hands, and we could have scored 4 or 5 tries in that first half. But we're going to have to tidy up that area in the second test.
3 down and 2 matches to go. A 5-hour bus trip to Lae was ahead of them, but not before some bargain hunting.
Leaving all that, this was working before.
2 kina. 5 kina for 3.
See you later. Show the crop. Yeah. It's from that man, where is he?
Next up, the Kiwis head for Lae, through many towns and villages, and some of the most spectacular scenery in Papua New Guinea. The Kasim Pass on the road from Goroka to Lae offers some of the most spectacular scenery in Papua New Guinea. It was a long journey over some rough stretches of road at times. But no one seemed to mind. It was a rare opportunity to take in some countryside, while others like co-manager Bevan Olsen had other ways to pass the time. The hotel pool was always a welcome sight for the Kiwis, a chance to escape the heat and humidity. And while the competition for second test spots was fierce, there was plenty of friendly rivalry in this ball game as well. The hard grounds and physical opponents meant there was no shortage of aches and pains. Physiotherapist Peter Boyle of Dunedin and fitness trainer and masseur Willie Ford of Tokoroa were kept busy on the eve of the midweek match with Northern Zone. The 5 worst affected by soreness and niggling injuries would be rested. The remaining 17 would make up the squad. Despite it being a working day in Lae, officials were hoping the locals would turn out in big numbers to get a rare glimpse of the Kiwis in action. The last time they were here in 1986, Coach Graham Lowe refused to allow his players to take to the field because of the stony surface. The locals are still incensed by that decision. No problems with the surface this time, though, and the tourists didn't waste any time showing the crowd the try-scoring ability.
New Zealand on attack. Freeman, Whitaker, long ball over the top to Fetu Taiwa. Hoppy comes back inside, but the gap closes. Northern Zone defence holding on grimly. Fetu Taiwa waits for it a dummy half, about 10 metres out. Oh, there's nobody home down the blind side. Taiwa read that one pretty well. They won't come any easier than that. Freeman with a dart on his own. Showing the ball. Still going, Gary Freeman. Over it goes to Sean Hoppy. He gets a simple try.
Test referee Jim Stokes looked on in amazement as the local man with the whistle stamped his mark on the game for all the wrong reasons. New Zealand missed out on many penalties. They were held down in the tackle time after time, and when the ball was stripped here, he packed down a scrum. And there were the odd high shots that went unnoticed. Undeterred, the tourists pressed on. Fedu Taiwa scored his second try.
Nikau has support. Fedu Taiwa. Try time. He's having a great game. Freeman. Nikau. Out it goes to Taiwa. Over the top to Hoppy. He slips, but he's still got enough momentum to go over the top and score his second try.
The Kiwis led 18-2 at the break, and with Stephen Kearney already in the sin bin for back-chatting, they were down to 11 men when Johnny Lomax was binned for this high tackle. But it didn't stop the Kiwi onslaught.
Freeman. Taiwa. Out to Hoppy. He's looking for a treble, and he gets it. 3 tries to Sean Hoppy. Okazeni, Freeman, the short pass. Out it goes to Brent Stewart. Try time again for the Kiwis. And he's delighted and smiles all round. Whittaker, Taiwa. Quick ball out to Freeman, and now it's Wiki. Ruben Wiki, not held, gets up, has a go at the line and gets it down. A fine way to finish this match. Aaron Whittaker. It's 32-2. He tries to add the extra 2 and does so. And time is almost up on the clock.
Once again, the Kiwis were mobbed by the fans. The players didn't seem to mind. The police did. The unbeaten tour record was still intact. There were some good performances, including that of winger Sean Hoppy.
Oh, very happy with that today. It's the first time I've got a hat-trick in the Kiwi jersey, and first hat-trick for the year, actually. And the boys played well. Like Fedu inside me, he put me in a lot of holes and got me over the line a lot of times. And just the whole combination just showed there's a lot of discipline in the side, and everyone's very happy to be here. And they're just, you know, the mix is very good.
Frank, how did you sum up that fourth win on tour?
Well, you look at the final scoreline, I've got to be very happy. It was a very disciplined performance. The opposition never scored a try. To me, it was the perfect dress rehearsal for the final test. I'm quite happy.
And the Kumals were in a good frame of mind too. They believed they could square the series in Port Moresby.
Tuesday on 1.
Good work.
Coach Frank Endicott was forced to make a change to his first test starting lineup. Terry Hermanson was named to replace the injured Jason Lowry in the front row. He couldn't wait to earn his first cap.
I'm over the moon, mate. You know, it's not everybody that gets to play test football, and I'm looking to put in a good one and hopefully build on it for next year, the World Cup. But, you know, I'm over the moon.
Brent Stewart was also rewarded for some strong performances. The tour replacement was named in the test reserves in place of Tony Tatupu. Dwayne Mann was enjoying his first tour as Kiwi captain, and he was quietly confident.
We certainly have the players to do it. We've been very well prepared. Things have been going nicely for the team, both on and off the field. You know, basically the players just have to worry about their own performances. We've become very tight over the past 2 weeks. You know, very close unit, and everybody wants to play for themselves and do their best. So, you know, we're pretty confident of putting in a good performance. You know, they will test us out. There's no doubt about that. They're very fast, and this ground certainly is hard, and they thrive on the local crowd support, and that's a big plus in their favour. But you know, for our concerns, we just have to make sure that we can box them into errors. They will turn over a lot of balls, so we just have to make sure we finish all our sets of plays in good fashion. We probably weren't too happy with the way the first half went in the first test up in Goroka. We didn't really finish off a lot of our movements, so we'll be looking to concentrate, especially up on our scoring opportunities.
Before each match, the players go through their warm-up with the fitness trainer Willie Ford. Because of the heat and humidity, his role is very important.
On this tour here, because of the, I don't want the players to be out there too long, I've tried to introduce a lot of ball drills into the warm-up. So we'll do a ball drill mixed in with stretching. I've enjoyed it, particularly in that Frank has given me the leeway to try a lot of things, and that's been particularly helpful.
We know what we're going to do to them. Let's not talk about it. Let's go out there and be absolutely ruthless in this test match today. All right, fellas, that's all I've got to say. Best of luck, and let's come off this game not saying, gee, if we done that, let's get out there and we'll do it, okay? Right, on your feet, let's get ready for battle.
The Kiwis issued the challenge with the haka. The local cultural group accepted. Right from the outset, it was obvious it wasn't going to be a match for the faint-hearted. There was lifting in the tackles, off-the-ball incidents, and many skirmishes, keeping Kiwi referee Jim Stokes on his toes. And after a Daryl Halligan penalty in the 12th minute, the point-scoring machine was on the end of this movement.
Man wants a switch in play. Nikau. Quick hands. Kearney is there. The loose forward, Tuta. And out it goes to Daryl Halligan for the corner. A simple try in the end. New Zealand with the first try of the match. Inside their own half. This is Nikau. And to offload. Kearney. Back to Nikau, good backing up by the forwards. And Namu, the standoff chips in. On the inside is Brendan Tuta. Tuta for the line. Lamiri comes it in, but he won't get there. What a try. Brendan Tuta gets it down for a 4-pointer. Let's have another look at it. Beautiful work here. Nikau allowed to pass on to Kearney. The big man got the hands free again to Nikau. Back inside to Namu. Nice little step and good backing up by Brendan Tuta. Lamiri came at him. But the loose forward had too much power and momentum.
Daryl Halligan converted and kicked another penalty goal. At the break, the Kiwis led 16-0.
I anticipated 14 at half-time, we got 16. The most important thing is that they haven't even looked like scoring, so your defence is working real good. I just noticed in the last 10 minutes, we're just going to get a little bit sloppy with the football, eh? Just a little bit excited out there. Now, we're going into a reasonably strong wind in the second half. Now, I can see that as playing in your favour, all right? It's going to be good coming into the face. So when we go to the scrums and the penalties, we just walk to them. We just walk to them. We dictate the pace of the game in the second 40 minutes, all right? Now, you have a look. We don't have to get excited out there now and start wanting to score tries from everywhere. We don't have to. We've got the points on the board. You just got to defend, hold the ball for 6, and I'll tell you what, the subbies will tell you who are sitting with me on the bench. Around that bloody ruck area, it's getting bigger, bigger, and bigger. Now, well, when you start running and skirt from the ruck, it's going to take one little short inside pass, right up the guts, a little line one, and you're going to split them time and time again. Now, just think, that fullback would put one kick up to him only. He didn't want to know it. Now, going into the wind, it's going to be better for our bomb. The bomb is going to stay up there. It's going to hang up there. It's going to put snow on. So the thing is, it's going to give us a chance to get underneath it.
Both sides and the crowd were still fired up in the second half. And at one stage, an unruly group of spectators threw beer cans and bottles onto the field. Stephen Kearney caught one on the arm, and referee Jim Stokes was a target at half-time and full-time. Johnny Lomax turned in another top performance, leading from the front. Gary Freeman backed up well. This movement led to another Daryl Halligan penalty, and at 18-0, the test looked safe, but the Coomers found another gear.
Jedi at dummy half. Napaio, the loose forward, receiving some heavy treatment by the Kiwi defence. Papua New Guinea, 18 metres out. This is Big Ben Berry, taken by Lomax and also Matthew Ridge. Jedi at dummy half. The inside pass. Certainly Jedi getting close and got the ball down. The Coomers have scored their first try, giving themselves a little bit of hope. This is the fullback David Bucco with the conversion attempt. He's missed it from almost in front. That could be costly for Papua New Guinea. See what they can do with it this time. A sloppy pass, but a good bounce for Bucco. Oh, he got through some pretty ordinary defence. He's in the clear. Halligan's giving chase. Makes the tackle, but the momentum gets him across the line. The Coomers are back in it now. 18 points to 10. And that's the mistake that the Kiwis were looking for. Freeman. Jason Williams cuts back in field. Gets a step going. Can't find a way through, though. Okasini at dummy half. has a run on his own. And is 1 metre out from the line. Freeman down the blind side, gets it out to Namu, holds it up in the tackle, and Matthew Ridge finishes it. That's going to give the Kiwis more breathing space. They needed that one. Good backing up by Matthew Ridge as we have another look at it. Freeman has been combining well with Gene Namu on this tour. Namu did well to get the hands free, and Matthew Ridge was Johnny on the spot for the try. Good work by New Zealand. Daro Ben Morty with the tap. Kumul skipper, 30 metres out from his own line. John Oakle, the centre, looking for a bit of work. Got away from a couple of ordinary tackles. He got away from Matthew Ridge. Hoppy giving chase, but John Oakle's going to have too much speed. The Kumals are in between the sticks. They are not out of it yet. John Oakle with a clear run to the line. He made something out of nothing. Emmanuel from in front, and the Canberra Raider has added the extra 2, so it's back to an 8-point ball game. Wiki at dummy half takes them on. 40 metres out from the Kiwis line. Down the blind side, no, a switch of play by Mann. Links up with the support, he finds Okaseni there, back to Freeman. Now it's Brent Stewart. Came on off the interchange bench. New Zealand was keen to settle it down and soak up the minutes. Williams. Down the blind side they go. This is Brendan Tudor. He's had a big game today, the loose forward from Featherston Rovers. Man out to Gary Freeman. He tries the bomb. Well, the fullback Buko's made a mess of plenty of kicks today. He doesn't want to know about that one. Handball on from Okaseni. Out it goes to Namu. Namu gets the fat going, and Gene Namu will score. That surely has sealed it now for New Zealand. Gene Namu from a Gary Freeman bomb, and the Kiwis are delighted. We have another look at it here. Freeman, now watch the fullback David Buko. Took his eyes off the ball. Didn't want to contest it. There's the handball, basketball style, really. And Namu, beautiful run by the youngster. That's his 3rd try and 2 test matches on tour. He could be looking at the regular number 6 in the Kiwi team in years to come. Halligan from almost in front, and he doesn't miss them from there. That's a try and 6 goals so far. 18 points for the Super Boot. 30-16. New Zealand over the Kumals. Should be the final scrum of this 2nd test of the series, in fact. Jenny puts it in as the siren sounds in the background, and the referee has called a halt to it. So it is all over. 30 points to 16. Frank Endicott is happy. Aaron Whittaker applauding the fans here. They wanted 5 from 5 on tour, and they got it. Darren Halligan looking a bit worse for wear. A very physical encounter, this one.
Up at the hotel, bring it to the hotel. Okay, no problem.
The 2 teams taking the opportunity to exchange their test jerseys. There's Dwayne Mann, his first tour as captain. He'll be happy with that.
A good win. One is greatness. Thanks, man. Zoe, we'll just keep them out, keep the boys out for a while. So settle down.
Terry Hermanson, first taste of test football, you were pretty happy with that?
Oh, yeah, it's always good to come away with a win, and Frank was pretty happy with the game, so I'm happy.
Going into it, did you think it was going to be as physical as this?
Yeah, after the first test, they were pretty hard, you know. They didn't mind mixing it, so, yeah, I knew we were in for a hard game.
Did you think it was going to be this difficult on tour?
I sort of had an idea it was going to be different. I knew it was going to be a bit of an experience as well as difficult, but, you know, hands together for all the boys, you know. I think they come well together, and, you know, we put in a great effort again today.
It's been a long season for you, Johnny, but you'd be pretty happy with your form.
Yeah, I was, Clarky. You know, it finished probably pretty quickly, a week shorter than what I wanted, mate. But, you know, I'm happy. You know, I come away with 2 test wins this year and, you know, achieved pretty well goal going through successfully. So I'm pretty happy with it, mate.
Good on you. See you next year.
Thanks, Clarky.
I don't think people realise just how hard it is to come up to Papua New Guinea and get away with, 2 tests against these blokes, because they certainly do lift. They're a different side at home, and, they've got the home crowd advantage and all that sort of thing. But the boys are wrapped. I mean, we've pulled together really well, and hopefully all go well for next year's World Cup.
You've been on crutches between games with that bad blister, so you'd be relieved to have it over and done with now.
Oh, sure, mate. I'm getting sick of getting needles in my foot, and I think the doc's sick of seeing me, and the boys are sick of seeing me hobble around, get out of trainings. But, mate, it's been a good trip, and great to get the win.
Well done, Sean. Well done. Boys. Well done, mate. Good one. Good one.
At the start of the tour, you said that you had a goal, and that is to win the World Cup next year. This is the start. Are you on target?
We're certainly on target, Greg. The foundation's laid. Now we've got to go on with it next year. We've got a very tough year in '95. We've got 5 test matches and a World Cup, and we'll just take one series at a time, and by the time the World Cup comes, I think we'll be very competitive.
And let's hope Dwayne Mann will be on the winner's stage at Wembley next year, holding up the World Cup. But for now, the headlines.
He is into a gap that you could have driven a very large horse and dray into. Oh, there's a good bit of solid contact. Cox from the sideline, just outside the quarter. Oh, it's coming back. It's a goal. It's a magnificent. And the penalties are 5-4 in Western Suburbs' favour. Back in just a moment with all the action of 4 scrums in a row. Smith back to Neil. Beautiful side-stepping run. Little kick. Oh, Joe, I hope the touch judge can judge on that one. That's an incredible try. Broughton deserves that. But he goes, weaves his way, has a look, no support. Broughton's well back. This is the area that I'm concerned about. Well.